this is Shell of Shells Creations. Today I want to show you how you can use internal shadows to create a stacked look with the Make a Monster kit. It's the perfect kit to show how you can do kind of a cutout look even when you're layering on top of things. Okay, first we're going to need some parts from the Make a Monster kit so that we can put together a monster. This kit is designed so that you can create different monsters from various things that you like, or just create random imagination ones on your own. From inside of Make a Monster, if you've downloaded it, it has 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the downloads in order to keep them a reasonable size for those with connections that are connections that are limited. I like in the Make a Monster 3 the size of that head shape for this one. So let's open that aqua one. And let's keep going. All of the other parts are in the 4th part. Let's see, we're going to need some eyes. I'm going to guess that these oval ones will work. I'm going to hold down my Command or Control key so that I can select multiple ones. Some type of furry eyebrows. Let's try the unibrow and the brown furry brow and just see which one of those we like. I think I'll add some fangs. I'm going to go with the smile small. And for a nose, let's go with the oval aqua nose. Well, let's make it yellow. I'll open both of those and then we can decide. Do I want a tongue on this one? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and open those. Okay, now we need to stack things together. Okay, I just need to place them all on top of that face so that I know, so that I have everything on there, and then we'll move them around and decide what we want. And so I am double clicking on the each of the files in my project bin, dragging them down on top of my face so that I can place them there. Let's throw the fang on. Throw the smile on. Now I know I'm not going to use 2 noses, nor am I going to use those 2 different brows, but it's okay. I can make those layers invisible later when I decide which ones it is that I want. Okay, now we have everything in place. Now I'm going to go ahead, I have the top one selected. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and holding down my Shift key, I'm going to select this one. So I have all of my face elements selected. And then I am going to right click right here on this little eyeball. When you right click, you have a choice of showing and hiding this layer and the other layers. And I'm going to go ahead and choose hide this layer. It will hide all the ones that are selected. Whoops, I missed. So that now I can turn them on one at a time. Let's turn on the eyes first and put those in place. I think I want his eyes to be kind of close but not too close. And then holding down Shift and selecting both of those, let's kind of move those into place. Where we put the mouth may ultimately determine where we're going to have those eyes, but let's put those right there. Let's turn on the big furry brow and see how that works behind those eyes. I probably would like that big furry brow better if his eyeballs were touching each other. I kind of don't like the space as much in between. Let's turn on the unibrow and see what I think with that one. Looks like a scary mouth also. That's kind of on purpose. Oh, the unibrow's the unibrow's perfect. Let's put it right there. Okay, now each of these, the eyeball and the unibrow, I want to look like they're layered on top of the face. And so I want to just use, I'm using the Me and My Shadow styles, because that's a quick and easy way for me to be able to add styles based on a lot of the things that are in my kits. So I'm going to do the felt chipboard style on his eyebrows and again on each of his eyes. Now you could just copy that layer style and then right click to paste it on those, but there's only a few elements, so I don't mind that. Let's turn on his mouth next. Alright, let's move it down to about right here. There we go. Okay, the mouth is the tricky one. If I were to put the regular felt shadow style on it, it kind of looks like I cut out a felt mouth and put it on top, which is okay except for the top of this mouth, the way that I've created that with it making it look like the fur is kind of hanging over an open mouth, it doesn't match well with the shadow style. And so we're going to cheat on the shadow style on this one, tweak it a little bit, and make it look like we actually had a black layer behind our face and that we we cut out that shape out of the face, and we do that with what's called an internal shadow. Okay, first we need to remove this shadow style summer from it. So let's go right click and clear layer style. And then we need to bring up an internal shadow. Let's go up here to inner shadows. If you're in Photoshop Elements, it's under inner shadows. If you're in Photoshop, you can just add your own. We would like a low inner shadow style. Let's double click on that. But we need it to match the direction of the rest of your shadows. Now mine shadows are at a -43-degree angle, and so I'm going to go in and edit that. I do that by clicking on this FX button, and that brings up my style settings. The lighting angle on that is really all I need to adjust. I'm going to change it to a -43, and that will bring the shadow right down here so that it looks like, when I'm finished, it looks like I've actually cut out that shape, that mouth shape, from this aqua fur, because of how that shadow's on the inside of there. So it's kind of a cheat. Really, in the layers palette, it's laying on top, but changing to an internal shadow instead of the regular drop shadows make it look like it's on the inside. Now let's see if we can add a nose to this guy. Do we want to add a yellow nose? Yeah, I think he needs a little bit of color. Let's shrink this nose size down just a smidgen. I don't know if I like his nose going down on top of his face or not. Let's see, or on top of his mouth. Let's hold down the Shift key. We may end up giving him somewhat of a button nose when we finish. And let's put a shadow, our regular shadows, on that. So let's go back to me and my shadows. And go ahead and put a felt shadow style on that guy. Okay, I'm just going to tweak it and see if I like him with a nose going this way. Oh, I do. I think I like him to have almost like a little button nose. Let's shrink the size on that just a smidgen. Place his nose right there. Okay, and that is how you can use internal shadows to create that cutout look without having to do any detailed cutting out. If you have any questions, you can reach me at shells.creations1@gmail.com. See you next time.